Hi, this is Dr. Tiffany Jackson, naturopathic doctor at Natural Medicine Now University. Thank you for joining us for this webinar, Top 15 Brain Boosting Foods. The brain is an amazingly complex and sophisticated organ. Brain boosting foods can have a real and lasting impact when it comes to keeping cognitive skills sharp and memory intact. In this webinar, I'm going to teach you foods that nourish your brain, boost neurotransmitter production, reduce inflammation, and protect you from illnesses like dementia, Alzheimer's disease, and depression. So let's get started. Your brain is a powerful organic machine. It controls all thought, movement, and sensation while calculating and reacting at blazing speeds. It stores an immense amount of information, images, text, and concepts. Your brain also regulates thousands of complex functions such as your sleep rhythm, hormone balance, breathing, and blood flow. Your brain is the most energy-greedy organ in your body, weighing 2% of your total body weight and consuming more than 20% of your caloric intake. So what you eat affects the neurotransmitters and the bioelectrical messages that your brain sends spiraling through your body. So what you eat can affect your mood, your memory, and even your ability to handle stress and complex problems or simple daily tasks. The brain demands a constant supply of food in the form of glucose sugar and not much else to keep it running. Your brain loves sugars. Neurons do not store this sugar like other cells, so they're always hungry and needy and wanting glucose. So now that you know your brain runs on sugars, what kind of sugars are you feeding it? Are you eating refined sugars or table sugars or high fructose corn syrup? If you are, then that is spiking your blood glucose levels and can cause damage to the brain and literally starve your hungry neurons. So to get the best fuel for your brain and glucose, it needs to come from carbohydrates such as fruits, vegetables, and grains. So did you know that you can grow more brain cells? It used to be believed that you were born with all the brain cells that you would ever have. And as you got older and the brain cells were lost, there was nothing you could do about it. But new research has turned this dogma upside down, and it is now known that your body can, in fact, create new brain cells through a process known as neurogenesis. The brain region that is most active in neurogenesis is your hippocampus, which is the part associated with learning and memory. The problem is, new neurons usually die because they don't get the nutritional support that they need, namely nutrients that you should get from a healthy diet. There are numerous ways to help support the process of neurogenesis and give new neurons the best chance of survival to become a part of your working brain. Exercise and learning new things are two primary ones, but the most important is your diet. So before we get into the top 15 brain-boosting foods, I want you to understand why fat is so important for brain health. Many of the foods that have brain-boosting benefits contain healthy fats. So I want you to have a good understanding of why these fats make such a difference in the brain. Your brain is mostly fat. All those cell membranes and myelin coverings on nerve cells require fatty acids. So it's important that you eat certain fats, particularly omega-3 fats. The omega-3 fat, DHA, is the principal fat in the gray matter part of the brain. And research shows that DHA supplementation increases activation of the prefrontal cortex of the brain, which is associated with memory. Alzheimer's disease, depression, schizophrenia, and other disorders are all associated with low levels of omega-3 fatty acids. So you're going to find that some of the top 15 brain-boosting foods contain these healthy fats. So now I'm going to go over the top 15 foods to fuel your brain and feed it healthy glucose so you can have optimal brain function. Number 1. Avocados. Avocados are a source of monounsaturated fats, omega-3, and omega-6 fatty acids. These increase blood flow to the brain, which means more oxygen and more nutrients are getting to those parts of your brain to help you think and remember more details. Avocados also come with many antioxidants, including vitamin E, which protects the brain from free radical damage. They are also a good source of potassium and vitamin K, which both protect the brain from a risk of stroke. So eat avocados plain, right out of the skin, or add them to sandwiches, salads, or dips. Many cultures even make delicious drinks with avocado, so consider adding it to your smoothie. Number 2, coconut oil. Coconut oil contains medium-chain triglycerides, also known as MCTs. Those are the healthy fats for brain function. Coconut oil acts as an anti-inflammatory as well. It has been linked to helping prevent Alzheimer's and dementia. So coconut oil is a health fat for brain function. According to research by Dr. Mary Stewart, just over 2 tablespoons of coconut oil would supply you with the equivalent of 20 grams of medium-chain triglycerides, which is indicated as a preventative measure against degenerative neurological diseases. Number 3, beans and legumes. Beans and legumes are excellent sources of complex carbohydrates. These complex carbohydrates are mixed with fiber that slows absorption, giving us a steady supply of glucose for the brain without the risks of the sugar spikes associated with many other sugar sources. Beans and legumes are also rich in folate, which is a B vitamin critical for brain function, and it also contains essential omega fatty acids. Number 4, blueberries. Blueberries are antioxidant powerhouses, protecting the brain from oxidative damage and stress that can lead to Alzheimer's and dementia. The flavonoids in blueberries improve the communication between neurons, improving memory, learning, and all cognitive function, including reasoning, decision-making, and verbal comprehension. Other dark berries are also good for brain health, so also eat blackberries, acai, and goji berries. Number 5, chia seeds. Chia seeds are rich in omega-3 fatty acids and both soluble and insoluble fiber. These powerful little seeds help control blood sugar levels, they're anti-inflammatory, they aid in hydration, and they also contain many antioxidants. People who add chia seeds to their diet have reported noticing an improvement in better memory. So sprinkle some chia seeds into your yogurts, cereal, salads, or even munch on them alone. Number 6, dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is an antioxidant-rich food. It doesn't get any better than this because you can eat dark chocolate and protect your brain as you age. Dark chocolate helps prevent oxidation in the brain, which is the precursor to many neurological diseases. It also reduces inflammation. Both of these conditions, oxidation and inflammation, are implicated in the aging process of the brain. So what's so great about dark chocolate is it contains a special kind of flavonoid called procyanidin. This flavonoid counteracts the damage caused by inflammation and oxidation. Procyanidins also boost the circulation of blood to the brain, and along with this blood comes oxygen and nutrients for optimal health. So when you buy chocolate, go for the dark stuff. A really good dark chocolate shouldn't be hard to find. Most grocery stores have a large collection of chocolate bars available for purchase. So I want you to look for the percentage of cacao listed on the wrapper to be high. I like to go for 75% or higher. The darker the chocolate, the higher the number. Number 7, nuts. Nuts, especially walnuts and almonds, are extremely good for the brain and nervous system. They are a great source of omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids and also contain vitamin 6 and vitamin E. Vitamin E has been shown to prevent many forms of dementia by protecting the brain from free radicals, and it improves brain power. Number 8, quinoa. Like beans, legumes, and whole grains, quinoa is an excellent source of complex carbohydrates and fiber to balance blood sugar while providing the essential glucose that the brain craves. Quinoa is also a great source of iron to help keep the blood oxygenated and B vitamins to balance mood and protect the blood vessels. It's also gluten-free, so those with sensitivities to wheat can have this protein. Number 9, red cabbage. Red cabbage is full of polyphenols, which are powerful antioxidants that benefit the brain. And red cabbage also contains vitamin K. Vitamin K is often called the forgotten vitamin, but it is essential in the production of what is called sphingolipids. Sphingolipids are what are in the myelin sheath around your nerves. This wrapping is what protects nerves from damage and decay. Therefore, consuming vitamin K can improve your defense against Alzheimer's disease and dementia. Number 10, rosemary. Rosemary has been shown to improve memory and cognitive function with its scent alone. It improves blood flow to the brain, improves mood, and acts as an antioxidant. It's also a powerful detoxifier and can boost energy and combat aging of the skin. The ingredient in rosemary is carcinic acid that's able to fight off free radical damage in the brain and provide neurological protection. Simply inhaling the scent of rosemary has been shown to lower cortisol levels and activate the relaxation response. So burning rosemary, incense, or a sprig of rosemary whenever you encounter some anxiety can help calm your nerves. You can also make a tincture or tea or an extract from fresh or dried rosemary leaves. Or you can take it in a powdered extract capsule form. Number 11, leafy greens. You know they're good for you, but did you know that leafy greens could strengthen your memory? That's because they're high in iron, and iron deficiency has been linked to a lagging memory. Without iron, you cannot produce enough blood cells, so less oxygen gets to your brain to feed those important cells called neurons. Researchers have found that spinach, in particular, helps the brain and slows the effect of aging. So besides spinach, there's a lot more leafy greens that you can include into your diet. These are mustard greens, turnip greens, collard greens, bok choy, romaine lettuce, arugula, kale, Swiss chard, and dandelion greens. So put some of these greens into your pasta or rice dishes, or better yet, make a big salad and dress it with some olive oil and herbs like rosemary and add some balsamic vinegar. Your brain and your body will thank you. Number 12, sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds contain a rich mix of protein, omega acids, and B vitamins. These seeds also contain tryptophan, which the brain converts into serotonin to boost your mood and combat depression. These seeds are also extremely high in vitamin E, which is the main fat-soluble antioxidant which protects your brain. It essentially neutralizes the impact of free radicals. There is some evidence that vitamin E from sunflower seeds offers some protection against Alzheimer's disease. Just a quarter cup of sunflower seeds provides 90% of the daily value of this vitamin. Number 13, curry. Curry contains turmeric, a spice that in turn contains the anti-inflammatory antioxidant curcumin. Curcumin is capable of crossing the blood-brain barrier, which is one of the reasons why it holds promise as a neuroprotective agent in a wide range of neurological disorders. Curry is a classic ingredient found in Indian cuisine. And guess what? Population studies done in India have found that neurological problems are very low in that country. Research has shown that curcumin may inhibit the accumulation of destructive beta amyloids in the brains of Alzheimer's patients, as well as breaking up the existing plaques. Curcumin has also been shown to boost memory and stimulate the production of new brain cells, which is known as neurogenesis. There are many different ways to add curry to meals. There's many curry paste and powders that can be bought at the supermarket. It's excellent to add to a vegetarian entree or to any meat dish. And there are tons of cookbooks that have been devoted to the art of cooking with curry. So find a couple favorite recipes and spice up your dishes with this healthy ingredient. But one word to the wise, some curry powders may contain very little curcumin compared to the straight turmeric powder. So you may just want to choose turmeric powder for the best health benefits. Number 14. Crab. You don't see crab on many power food lists, do you? But you really should. One serving of crab has 1,840 milligrams of phenylalanine, which is more than your entire daily requirement of that amino acid to make the most important neurotransmitter, dopamine. So many types of fish and seafood are rich in phenylalanine, but I'm singling out crab because it's easy to find and it's less likely to be high in mercury, which is an issue with tuna and other popular fish. So research shows phenylalanine is helpful with combating Parkinson's disease. Crab is also one of the best dietary sources for the brain-boosting vitamin B12. Number 15, green tea. Green tea contains the highest concentration of polyphenols in all of the tea varieties. Green tea is full of these antioxidants, particularly one called EGCG, which protects the brain. EGCG lowers the amount of proteins that builds up as plaque. This plaque has been linked to memory loss and nerve damage common in Alzheimer's patients. Green tea is said to be the world's healthiest brain beverage, second to water, of course. So 2 cups a day will give your brain a boost and enhance your memory and concentration. And here are your action plans. Number 1, begin to incorporate these brain-boosting foods into your diet, particularly the ones that are higher in omega fats. Number 2, begin cooking more with curry and turmeric. And number 3, drink green tea on a regular basis to help boost your brain power. Thank you for joining this webinar. I hope you now have a better understanding of what foods to eat to boost your brain function and sharpen your mind. Not only can these foods help your memory, but they're also going to protect you from neurological illnesses like dementia, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and depression. Now that's food for thought. Take action and prevent disease. This is Dr. Tiffany Jackson wishing you a happy and healthy day.